Welcome, all you Aries, to your monthly reading for the month of April. And this month we're going to be focusing in on the heart chakra and just asking, how can I open myself more to love? We've been focusing each month on a chakra, starting, of course, with the root chakra in January. So here we are in the fourth chakra, which the beautiful heart chakra is a wonderful way to start our new kind of solar new year that started on March 20th. And so here we are in your season, Aries season. So, of course, happy birthday, happy belated birthday to those of you that already had your birthday. But I love this beginning of this new solar year, beginning with your sign, of course. So we're going to start off. I really felt a draw from our ancestors. And so we're going to start off with these angels and ancestor oracle cards, just to get a overall picture for the entire month of April. And we will go from there. So starting off. All right. So for our Aries, what would you like them to know? Okay, they want that one right there. And you've got the shaman, trust in higher forces. So beautiful, beautiful card there. And let's see, maybe we'll put that right here. And let's see what energy comes with that for you. Just get to that page here. So, of course, trusting in your higher sources, it says trust in your angels, your guides, and your ancestors. If you have given your power away, claim it back. On the inner planes, all of the shamans of times gone by, are helping the human race to understand the complexities of life and the need of Mother Earth. Many are working as spiritual guides to light workers and light warriors. The shaman card brings the energy of your shaman guides to you. The shamans believe that when there was illness or disease, it was because a person's power had been left behind somewhere, or a negative pattern had instilled itself in them. In trance, they would travel to the underworld to recall this power and remove the demon. If this card comes to you, it's because you need to do some release work with lower energies, or with your lack of trust in the spiritual energies that are guiding you. The shaman will aid you in that request. The extended message for this is there are spiritual allies working in your favor, and their miracles will unfold much more easily when you move into a state of trust. So call back your power and stop allowing external forces to divert you from the miracles you deserve. Hand over all your concerns to your spiritual allies. When you do so, you allow them to send you intuitive guidance and messages that will allow you to correct the situation and come out on top. The shaman card also shows you that you have shamanic potential to move between the realms and connect with your guides in an extremely personal way. I really do love this for you, because in asking, how can you open yourself more to love, this message is that there is somewhere in your life where you had situations where you felt you gave yourself away. And this power that you have, the power to connect to the higher realms too, they will help guide you in like retaining that power back, that power that you felt you gave away. We're also going to get another message here. And what I do is I take a tarot deck each month and I split out the major arcana from the four suits of the minor arcana. And the four suits of the minor arcana I'll talk about in a sec. But for the major arcana, it's like this card where it represents your overall message that they want to bring to you. And this month I am using the Ancestral Path Tarot. So let me just give these a shuffle and we'll see what else they want you to know about this, diving in and getting your power back and opening up more to love. So for our Aries, what else would you like them to know about their month of April? Actually, I want that one right there. Yeah, well, looky here, you have the Emperor card here. And the Emperor is all about control, about gaining your control back, about being in control of your life. So there's other meanings for the Emperor card, but really they're just focusing on that because this is really about gaining that. And I love how this looks like a shamanic kind of king as well, with his antlers and his horns. It's very more tribal feeling than, like a king. Let me see if maybe I'll put this one here and that one right here. There. We'll see if they stay up there. So I love this message because it is about gaining control back over what you have felt that you've lost in your life. The other thing with the Emperor too is there's two sides of the Emperor. There is the loving Emperor, who is, his sole desire is not for himself. It's for his kingdom, really. It's about growing success in his kingdom, growing love in his kingdom, creating any rules or anything laws that the king creates. The Emperor, it's for the tribe, it's for the kingdom, it's for the growth of love and the getting along of the kingdom. Where it kind of goes south is when our human side, when that little child within us feels unsafe, when it feels out of control, then fight or flight kicks in and it does what it needs reactionary wise to gain back control, to feel safe again, which means gaining back its control, and it wants more control, and then it also wants to take control from others as well. So it turns from this loving emperor into this tyrant or this dictator instead. And so there's this awareness of the two sides where you felt you lost your power is when you went out of control, when you became a dictator in your life, where you became that tyrant in your life, where you felt you needed to control everyone and everything around you instead of finding this inner power where you just have the love that flows out. And because you feel secure in yourself, you don't feel like you have to control everyone else. You feel like you can just love others. And that's where this how can you open yourself more to love message is coming into play. Now we're going to go into the four suits of the minor arcana, and what the four suits of the minor arcana will represent are the four different aspects of your life. So this is what they'll want you to know in those four areas of your life regarding this opening more to love. We're going to start off with the wands, or this deck calls them the staves or staves, and that's all about your inspiration, your motivation, the spark within you, your passion. It can also represent your spiritual energy or your energy in general. So this will be about your energetic experience during the month of April. So for our Aries, and of course this is fire element, which is your element. So this is your home. You're like, yeah, nothing to worry about here. I understand the fire. Okay, and I do want that one for you. And you got the 9 of staves, or the 9 of wands. Wow, that really went there we go. It was really blurry for a second there. And so the 9 of wands is about kind of like this perseverance. But the 9s also are like the Hermit card in the major arcana, which is all about the internal search. It's the internal discovery of whatever we're talking about, and with it being your internal energy, this is about, and I love all the green in here too for the heart chakra, which we have all the green, and the pink is the higher heart. So this is about your finding your energy from within rather than from without. So kind of like we were talking about, you find this wholeness, this completeness, and the perseverance you find because you find your inner strength instead. So your energy that you find is going to come from within you rather than from the outside of you, which is the stable part, right? Because if your energy is based on things within you, no one can take that away. If you're basing your energy on the outside things, people can influence that, right? So there's this strength, this inner foundation that you have with your energy. We are, of course, going to also pull a card here from an oracle deck. These are the return of spirit, because this is all about your spiritual energy, right? We're just going to see what else that your ancestors and the Creator want you to know about your spiritual adventure during this month of April. All right, so what else for our Aries, please, regarding their spiritual adventure? And they want this one right there. You got fearless. So this is a beautiful card. Yeah, I mean, really, this is coming in. I love all the pink high heart that we just talked about too. So as you connect to your higher heart, your inner heart, your higher spiritual heart too, you don't have this fear, because where you felt fear before, where you felt fear to love before, it's because you were defining yourself by that love from others. And when you find it from within yourself instead, then you don't have anything to fear, because you don't have anything to lose, because you found everything you need right inside your own heart. You found it in there. And so I love this, because this awareness that you're having, this openness that you're having, this power that you're getting back comes from this energy here. I do want to read from the book here in this one too, because Cheryl Lee Harnish, the author of this, she says things so well in here. Yes, because fear is natural, it's normal, and it's healthy. It's part of the human survival mechanism that we talked about with the Emperor. But sometimes fear can take us over in an unhealthy way and stop us dead in our tracks. Dear soul, you have received this card today because the energetic imprint of fear is blocking your necessary progress forward in your life. The fact that you are experiencing fear right now is a sign that you're about to take a very important step forward on your path. It can also indicate that your path is being blocked from the negative, fearful energy you hold. So this card brings the soft, loving energy of spirit to give you the emotional support you need. It is strengthening your heart center, heart chakra, to help you overcome the limiting, fear-based thoughts which are holding you back. Too much of your time has been spent thinking about the things you think or feel you need to do in your life. It's now time to begin taking action, one baby step at a time. Where there is fear, there's often a lack of faith, and it's time to put your trust in the hands of Spirit, which we talked about here. There is a reason you are feeling called to take action, and there's also a reason why you are experiencing the blockage of fear as well. Quite often, the one thing we fear to do is the very thing which will lead us to our own empowerment. Fear is the factor which we must all overcome in order to step into our power. Breathe as you relax your body and release your mind. Trust yourself. Trust in the divine, right? Trust in yourself, trust in the divine. Begin taking the necessary steps forward despite your fear. Remember, fear is a feeling, not a reality. You cannot remain small any longer. Your heart is calling you onward. Be brave, be fearless, just go for it. Just can't make it up. That's everything we've been talking about with these two cards. And so I love how they are just bringing the message home here for you. Yeah, definitely, whatever the next step is, whatever you're wanting to express your love and open yourself up to love, it's facing that fear and trusting Spirit, trusting yourself, that no matter what unfolds, you have the power. We're going to move into the pentacles, or they call them sacred circles in this deck here, which is the earth element. So this is about the outside world, where this is your inner energy, and we're going to talk about your mind and your emotions. Those three are inner. This is the outside world. So all those characters that are going on in the outside world, all those props on stage with you, including your own body. So it's everything outside of yourself. We'll see what else your ancestors and spirit wants you to know about your outside experience during April. Okay, I do want that one. Yeah, you have the 8 of sacred circles. It would be the 8 of pentacles. This is about moving to a new level. You kind of think of it as like an apprentice of some kind that's been studying under a master for quite a long time. And then they move into this place in their life where they've been doing the work. They've been working very hard at what doing and kind of fine-tuning their skill. And now they're ready to move into the master. It's like being an assistant manager, becoming a manager. It's like studying and graduating, or like I said, being an apprentice for, many years and developing the skill. Now it's time for you to step off onto your own, in your own power, with your own knowledge. And think of like a blacksmith who studied under the master as an apprentice, fine-tuned its skill. It was basically able to regurgitate and duplicate what the master was teaching them. But then they're like, all right, you have your skills, you understand how to do it all, go out into the world. And then they go and they become a blacksmith in another town, a distance away from their master, because they become the master now. And instead of duplicating just what the master taught them, they expand on it and they start sharing uniquely themselves with the world. And so in regards to love, this is like you've been working on your, I would say your blockages, like I was talking about. You've been working on those things that you've been fearing, and those things that you, like those pains and those hurts. They're showing me in the theme of blacksmith, like they take metal or gold, and when they heat it up so much, the dross, the impurities come to the surface, and they scoop them off, and then they turn up the heat more impurities come up and they scoop them off. And that's kind of what I see, the things that you've been working on that have been holding you back, that are making you feel ill, making you feel diseased, have been coming to the surface, and you've been working on them, and you're ready for that next movement, ready to move to that next place. We're also going to use this clarity deck, which I love. This is by Girls Gone Happy, is the creators of this, the company. And we're just going to look here and see what additional message that they have regarding your external world. So for our Aries, what else would you like them to know? Okay. So you do want all those. All right. We will look at these. So you've got money here, which, since we're focusing on love, and this is green, the color of the heart chakra, we're looking at worth. And so this is the movement that you're doing in the outside world, because, the pentacles do also have to do with how you value yourself in the outside world. And so with this movement up, you are finding this new value for yourself as well. Yeah, because you have the destroyer here. And it says, what needs to be burned to the ground to make space for something new? And this, of course, reminds me of the Tower card in the tarot, which is all about this message of what, and it's not what will happen to you in your life. It's like what is happening for you that is being removed out of your life. It's those beliefs, it's those thoughts, it's those things. It's the dross, it's the impurities that are being removed out of your life because they no longer serve you. you had this experience of having fear, of feeling like a dictator or a tyrant when it comes to control of your life, or feeling out of control. And you're finding this inner power where you do feel like this emperor or empress, or however you identify. This is just the divine masculine energy. You can be male or female or anything in between or outside of that. This is about you finding your power, the big YOU within you. And I love this change in worth that's coming for you, because you also have the hope card here. And that says, think of a big dream you have. How do you stop yourself from moving forward with this dream? What are you trying to protect by doing so? So everything we talked about, and here's the pink. So you got the pink and the green again coming through here. But I love the destroyer we're putting behind here, because this is what was destroying your worth before, what was making you feel hopeless, and what was keeping you from moving forward in your life. And also, of course, opening yourself more to love, more to self-love, which when you connect to your inner love and that big YOU, you actually do find your passion, you find the confidence in expressing yourself in your own unique way. And so I love that piece. And then we're going to move into the air element, which is the sword suit. And this is your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. So this will be about your mental adventure during the month of April. All right. So what do you want our Aries to know about their mental adventure, please? Okay, I do want that one right there. Yeah, Four of Swords. Makes sense. The fours are all about stability. They're about this strong, like four strong legs that is a solid foundation. And so this is like peace of mind. The card before this, the Three of Swords, is expectations. And those are all those thoughts and those beliefs, all that where our fears come from, because we fear not meeting up to all those, supposed to, shoulds, need tos, have tos, musts of our fear ego, of our shadow, of our human experience, all those popular opinions, all those expectations that were set forth. And you can see back here, if I can show you here. So here's the Three Swords of expectations, and here's those expectations that you're sending off out the door. And then down here, she has the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is what allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, connecting to spirit, connecting to that beautiful posse of support you have on the other side. And they bring those clarity on what the real truths are, the truths of the spiritual realm. And they overpower the small t truths. It's this stuff that's coming to the surface that no longer serves you, and it allows you to cut away those thoughts and those beliefs. So I love how they have it interpreted here, because they're like, yep, out the door they go. And so I love that. Just move these over just a little bit, make some space. And for clarification on here, we are going to pull from the Numerology deck and just see what additional messages they have regarding this. So you are having the stability that comes in the month of April, which is the 4th month. And there is this surety that comes as you really sort out these thoughts and these beliefs you had about yourself. It has to do with your worth in regarding this and your lovability, right? So what else would you like our Aries to know about their month of April? Okay, they do want to give you 2 free here for your mental adventure. And you have domestic harmony. I love that. 46 breaks down to a 10, which is endings and new beginnings. So you do have some harmony that comes. I do find, that some of this might be separation, people being moved out of your life too. Yeah, because spirituality is the key here. your spiritual journey is going to be this huge thing. I mean, the purples here is about the crown chakra, about connecting to the spiritual realm. So they do have that, where this capital T truths come in, connecting to the spiritual realm, is what changes your expectations. It's what changes your view of how a relationship should be, whether that's romantic, family, friends, work, even fur babies, feather babies, whatever relationships. This domestic harmony comes with this change, again, with this, your mind is at rest because your thoughts are changing, because you're really finding this inner power, so you don't concern yourself so much about other people's actions, where other people's actions used to fall short because you had so many expectations, those small T truths, all these expectations, they're supposed to do this is how they're supposed to treat me, this is what they have to do in order to show me that I'm lovable, that they love me, and blah blah blah, right? All that pressure, all that stuff, it's exhausting. It takes away our peace of mind because we're always trying to maintain all that, right? But when we connect to our inner worth, we move to this new level in our worth, we move into this spirituality and this faith and trust that everything unfolding is great. You find this lovability and this confidence within. Everything that people did that was always disappointing and falling short now becomes above and beyond extra. You don't need it. So when anyone does anything, it's always extra. It's never disappointing. It's never taking away your heart and your energy, because you have all of that within you already, right? All this inner energy. So any other energy people give you is just above and beyond. You're like, all right, thank you. It's not like, oh, that wasn't enough. It's like, oh, I'm full. Well, thank you. I really don't need this, but hey, I'll have that dessert, and that's what that is. Yeah, they don't even want me to read from the book on that one. Which brings us to the final suit, which is the water suit, that water element of cups. This, of course, would represent your emotional adventure during the month of April. So what would you like our Aries to know regarding their emotional adventure, please? Okay, we'll do on to that one. Yeah, Princess of Cups. And princesses are like the pages in the Standard Tarot, and she has this chalice here. This is the Holy Grail. This is full of the unconditional love of the creator of all things. And so pages that are the newness. This is moving into new emotion, feeling and drinking of that cup of unconditional love. And with this full moon, I would really pay attention to the full moon that happens during this month as well, and to see what kind of energies come around that, because of course the moons impact our emotional adventure, and we're so influenced because we're made of so much water that full moons do affect our emotional state. So if you pay attention to the energies, I do put out full moon and new moon readings each month, so I'll talk about the end of the video too if you want to make sure you don't miss out on that when that comes out. But this is moving to this new level of emotions, this new level of love, which is what this reading is all about, right? So that is very promising. And then finally, your final card is going to come from this Power of Surrender cards. And since this is the last card for this reading for you, it can represent more information about your emotional adventure, but because it is the last card, we're going to allow it to be a wild card too. And it's going to be whatever else the creator wants you to know, whatever else your ancestors want you to know about the month of April. All right, so what's your final message? Okay, I want that one right there. Well, there we go, another pink-purple card. That says, surrender the habit of people-pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. I think that's a perfect card to end this reading, because that is basically what this is all about, is finding your love from within, not worried about all those expectations of pleasing others, because you could give someone the world and they could still choose to be unhappy. Someone could give you the world and you still could choose to be unhappy, because you are the one that is trying to live up to all these expectations. And when we're looking to the outside world for our wholeness and our completeness, they end up disappointing us, because relationships of the outside world are unstable. People change, people pass away. If we have our worth based on, relationships or situations like jobs and education, social status, or even on things like our bodies, our possessions, our bank account, all those things, all those expectations of the outside world, we end up getting disappointed, because like I said, people change or pass away, situations never stay the same, and things break down, deteriorate, are stolen. So we feel unstable when we are trying to please all the people on the outside world, because one, we are expecting them to please us, and that's when we get disappointed. And when we try to please others, they have a long list of expectations just like we do, and they are contradicting each other too. So you can't please all of the people any of the time, or please one person all of the time. So you find this from within, and that's what brings the stability for you. That's what allows you to open up, because you don't worry about being hurt anymore, because you're finding everything within you, and everything else that comes is extra. So I love this for you. And they don't have anything else to add. So if you do want any other messages of love from above, in addition to these monthly readings, I also put out weekly energy updates for each of the elements, like fire signs, water signs, etc. And as I mentioned, new moon and full moon readings, and a variety of other readings and videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click that subscribe button, that gives you access to this notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select all, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out from this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, because when you like a video, share a video, comment on a video, or subscribe to a channel, all those things make the YouTube algorithm so giddy and happy it wants to share videos on that channel with other people as well. So if you feel so inspired to do any of that, of course, I'm grateful for that. Also, these are general readings. If you want even a more specific reading for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is in the description box below. All right, my Aries, you have a wonderful, revealing, empowering month coming up here for you. So just know, as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing month. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. And until then, you hang in there and you take care.